Well, good morning, everybody. Please let me know if you can hear me because I'm working without a microphone. I'm trying to bring a guest on, but he's having technical difficulties on his end. So we'll just play it by ear. If he comes on, awesome. And if not, we can just sit there and shoot the breeze. So if somebody wants to let me know if you can see and hear me okay, I would appreciate it very much. And let's see, Joe. Good morning, Randy. Paul and May, yes, good deal. Oh, thanks, Randy. Awesome, because I'm working without a microphone. And that's the only way it works if you bring a guest on. So anyway, all right, everybody can see and hear me and all that. So my guest, if he does make it, is my friend of approximately 25 years, I think, Gary Dennis, and he's living in Phuket, Thailand right now, the Sandbox. So I thought it would be fun to bring him on. He's been on the show before. This is about a 1-year anniversary since him and I did a live stream together. And he's a lot of fun. He's my best friend forever. And I wanted to kind of get his spin on what's going on over in Phuket. And I plan to go there in Phuket probably before September 22nd, because September 22nd is the deadline for me to bug out of the country without having to go through the hassle of an exit clearance. It's been 4 months since I've been back from America. And so I thought I would just see if anybody had any questions. The chicken, I see that question, is impossible to put up here. I got to have a shelf or something for him. So let's just see. I'll just go through some questions, comments, whatever we got going on here, and then we'll see if I can get Gary on here or not. Let's see. I'll just kind of blow through them real quick because I know I got on here late. I was waiting for Gary. So thanks, guys. Thank you very much. Sounds good. Good to see you guys. Loud and clear. All right. Yes, this is the end. It's a Doors song, isn't it? Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it. Awesome. Sweltering Texas, eh? So if you guys have any questions on any of the previous videos, a lot's been going on, and so be happy to answer those for you. And I really wanted to see Gary, but like I said, he's having a tough time with his, what do you call it, his computer. 5x5, right on. Married to a Filipina, Mike. Naga City, okay. I've never been to Naga. Never been here. Anywhere place really. Yeah, thumbs up. That's all we ever ask for here on the Old Dog channel. It's a tradition. I don't know why we do it, but it's become a tradition. So hit the thumbs up button, and subscriptions are free, I guess. Soon to meet me from Perth. Nice. We've been meeting a lot of people. Where's the chicken? The chicken is in hiding. A lot of people coming into town, I'll tell you that much. I've got an interesting woman that I'm going to be meeting today at 2 o'clock for coffee. Single Caucasian woman came over here and got stuck during COVID, couldn't go home. So I'm going to be chatting with her. I don't think she wants to be on the channel, but I'm fascinated to hear what her take is, if you will, being a single woman over here in the Philippines. So I'm looking forward to that. Let's see. We've got a couple hundred people with us. That's good. Good morning, Alan. Thank you, John. Appreciate you, man. Alabama's here. Hi, Bonnie. One of my 7 women that watch the show. Dubai's here. One of your first videos, as I remember, interesting then and probably again with Gary. Yeah. We had a lot of fun. We just one of those guys that we just play off of each other a lot, you know. It's impossible for one of us to hurt the other guy's feelings. What was up with Monty's eye? Okay, so Monty is my mentor, if you will. 3 years ago this month, I think the next video I'm going to do is sort of an anniversary video about this being my 3rd year on YouTube. Wow, time flies, huh? So Monty's had 2 strokes and 1 heart attack. And if you saw the video, my most recent videos about Monty, and he came out here for a couple of months from the States. He's working a business back home. He came out here because of COVID, he couldn't get out here. And so that's the old story, right? And so when he did come out here, 2 days after he arrived, he had a minor stroke. A couple of weeks after that, he had a heart attack. And then he had a major stroke. So the trifecta. And he's the guy that convinced me to do YouTube. Anyway, I won't belabor that. The left side of his body is pretty much paralyzed. He can move his arm. So it's not, I guess paralyzed is too strong a word, but it's strongly affected. And for some reason, his right eye won't close. And it's reminiscent of when I was in my 20s. I had a condition called Bell's palsy. And the way the doctor described or explained Bell's palsy to me is if an area in your brain has a cold, called a bad cold, and it gets inflamed. And it affected I can't remember, I think it was the right side of my face. And I couldn't close my eye. Therefore, I couldn't blink. And if you can't blink, you can't keep your eye hydrated, we like to say here on the channel. So I had to tape my eye shut. And that's the deal. He's lost the function of that eye, of the ability to blink that eye. Let's see. So let me just go through these real quick. I always get behind in comments because I talk too much. We are doing good. We're busy as hell, but we're happy and healthy and all that good stuff. So anyway, one of the reasons I was going to bring Gary on the channel, once it's kind of like the 1-year anniversary since he was here, and I'm going to go there for a full-blown medical exam. The healthcare in Thailand is really first class. I've been there twice. I've lived there for a year at one point in time, and their hospitals, their doctors, etc. A lot of people will take medical vacations to Thailand and even India because they want to do cosmetic surgery or they have some other anomaly that they want to address. And for the price of admission, they can get both. They can get a vacation and they can get the surgery for what they would pay for it, say, in America or Australia or whatever. Atlanta, Georgia. Oh, I didn't answer this question. Are the travel restrictions going to relax with the new administration? I don't know. I think so, because I was listening to Jennifer Terry, and she seems to think that the president is considering relaxing the masks being worn. So we haven't had any outbreaks with the Omicron or however it's called. So I think he's going to mellow out a little bit. You have a girlfriend out here. Good for you. What do you mean the end? I don't know. I was just answering to a comment. How is John and family doing? Okay, well, that's in flux. That changes daily. But the latest, just to bring you up to date with John, and I make no promises on this because John has a way of sort of changing his mind. But with any luck, we'll be putting John on a plane to go back to America. And that way, he can get set up. We're working on it. There's a collective. We have a whole group thing going on with a group chat and a big community of people that are all sort of behind the scenes. I'm sort of the face of it, unfortunately. And I say that because I have a great face for radio. But I'm kind of the spokesperson for John and what everybody else is doing. And right now, the operation is turned to, after 3 or 4 months of working with him, we're doing our best to convince him. And I think he's now finally receptive to the idea of just going home and just get out of here. He doesn't have a work permit, so he can't work. He doesn't have an income stream like Social Security. We've explained to him 1,000 times that, dude, if you just go home, there's social welfare programs there. There's people that are in the group that actually said, I live in Florida, I live in Minnesota, I live here, I live there. You're welcome to come out and hang out with me for a few days till you get yourself settled. And the 15 months or the 18 months or whatever it is before he can collect his Social Security will fly by like that. And because as you get older, time does go by a lot faster. So that's kind of the game plan with John, is to get him home. We've still got him in an apartment. We've still got food on his table. He's still got a little change in his pocket. The money's been meted out to him, so he can't burn through it like a drunken sailor. And so we're going to try to buy him a plane ticket. We'll see what happens. I will do a final interview with him. I was going to try to just drop the whole thing, to be honest with you. But I figured if that does happen, we'll just do one final installment and call it a day. Oh, thank you so much. That's Monty. He's not doing all that great. He's going to the doctor today. And then, no, I'm sorry. I'm lying to you. He's going to the doctor tomorrow for one checkup. And then myself and another fellow and whoever else wants to go, we're going to meet up with him. It's very difficult to get to his house. The drive-in is treacherous at best. But anyway, we're going to go out and meet up with him. And he has decided that he's going to he hasn't decided. He's been advised by his physician to stay, not try to travel at this point in time. And about 80% of the comments that came in on Monty's video where we kind of went over what happened to him were from people in the medical field that all suggested that he should not try to get on an airplane at this point in time. You've had 2 strokes and a heart attack. You need to let your body stabilize, kind of recover. 20%, I agreed with also, because they said, man, you need to get home right away and get some really good medical attention. I think they're both right. But the most logical solution here, the safest way to go about this, is for him simply to stay here with his wife, let her nurture him. Again, we've got a little community that's sort of surrounding and doing a group hug with Monty, and we're trying to bring him some, stuff, supplies, and all that, because it's impossible for him to leave. His wife is trying to take care of him and the baby, so we're trying to do some home deliveries and visitations with him. So the bottom line is he's going to be staying, I believe, an extra 30 days to try and let his body sort of heal up. Apparently, it's pretty dangerous for him to try to get on a plane. How much was the round trip ticket to Thailand? Yeah, that's a good name for it. I think it's about $450. I haven't booked it yet. It's just kind of in the works. I'm a last minute guy when it comes to travel anyway. So I think I'm going to be going in September, probably middle part of September, and I'll be there for a couple of weeks. I'm going to go get a full medical workup, and I'm going to hang out with a couple of my friends that are there. I might do a vlog. I might not. I don't know. I may just go on vacation. Hello from hell. China Dave. Yeah, hydrate if you hit the like button. That's right, China. I have not had a booster shot. No, I just got the Sinovac, and that was it. That was so I could go home to America. Oh no, Randy. Someone call an ambulance for Randy. Can you get in without a vax? Jennifer Terry would be able to tell you better than I could. I don't think you can. And I hate to say one thing and have it be wrong. There is a deal, I think, where you can be quarantined. But again, I'll put Jennifer Terry's channel in the description box, because this is a young lady that just does everything about traveling to the Philippines. I listened to her religiously when I was in the States, before and after I made my trip. And the thing is that the rules change daily, it feels like. And she does hourly updates. So she's your go-to girl on that. Let's see. Man, I'm way behind. Good Lord. This happens every time. Hey, Jenny. Savannah George is here. Checking in from Chicago. Thank you. What happened in Chicago, those? Oh, I met a police officer from Chicago. That's what it was. Sound is great. Good. Maybe I'll stop using the microphone. Oh, you're out in Dumagetti. Hey, Dinus, how are you? What do you mean the end, Paul? Oh, it's just somebody had made a comment about this is the end. And I said, yeah, it sounds like a Doors song. This is the end. Apocalypse Now, you know. DeVal's in the house. There's Mr. Biff. Christopher 74. I want to be in Uruguay too. I envy you. Biff's where I get all my good information. I'll tell you what. Biff and I talk for hours. I'm always coming away smarter for a little while, and then I forget everything after I talk to Biff. Crazy price of a return trip. Jeez. Yeah, prices out here, we may as well talk about that for a little while. What the hell? Inflation has not missed Philippines at all. I've talked to 2 or 3 different restaurant owners out here, and their take is that their prices minimum have gone up 30% across the boards. So anything from meat, poultry, napkins, cooking oil, you name it. Anything that's got to do with food preparation, as the supplies have gone up. Their rents are okay. Their staff has not gotten a raise, but just the food cost, the supplies, anything that you can imagine has gone up a minimum of 30%. May did a video. Her last video was touring a gentleman's compound out here. And he started that about 10 years ago. And he said in just the last year or 6 months, something to that effect, that if he was going to try to replicate it in the last 6 months, not 10 years, but 6 months, it would cost double for materials, for wood, for nails, for cement, etc. So the inflation deal hasn't missed us. Oh, thank you very much, Jenny. I appreciate you. Good old Long Beach. I worked in Long Beach. I drove a forklift in Long Beach. First trip's going to be to DeVal for Todd. Once more into the breach. Update on John. Not working now. I hope his time is well spent. Well, John's been proactive as far as trying to get something going, but you can't work out here. Bottom line, unless you're already working for a company in America and you can perform your functions on the computer. I met a gentleman day before yesterday. We had lunch at Pura Vida, and he owns a storage company where they store boats and RVs and whatnot. He can travel anywhere in the world. He's got it all set up to where it's digital. He's got 3 or 4 employees, I imagine, there for security and for walk-ins and problems and all that kind of stuff. But he does everything online. And so guys coming out here what we've always told them, or tried to tell them, when I say we, myself and other vloggers, we've tried to advise guys that are coming out here, just have a job already set up. Don't get here and try to do it, which is what John's trying to do. And it's not worked. So his really only option, he's got two options. He can go back to America. He can, he can go back to America, or he can stay here. And if he stays here, he's going to be right back where we found him. So got the job. Well, thanks for joining in, Mike. That was right after I don't know when Monty got vaxxed. I hear that a lot. People say that if you get the vax, that you have these strokes and heart attacks. And I hear so many different things both ways that I don't even know what to believe. It's all very confusing to me. I confuse easily, though. 61 degrees in Pagoda. Ooh. Pagoda, is that how you say it? I feel like I made a good. Yeah, good for you, Randy. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's one way, it's one side or the other. It's I honestly, no disrespect to you, sir, I don't understand why you can't just have an opinion and follow your own instincts. It's I don't want to preach, tell everybody don't do this or make sure you do that. It's not my style. But see you in September. Did you watch? I didn't watch any football. No, I don't get football here. We have a TV set, but it's really just a big monitor for our computer. We don't have a subscription or TV. Well, okay. Hey, Paul, my dear friend, how are you and beautiful baby May? There's my beautiful friend, Daryl Charity. How are you, brother? I thought you were going to come out and see me. You better hurry up and get here. Hey, Paul, I'm just curious. Do you think they will ever drop in? I think so. At some point in time, it's all got to end. I don't know when, but as long as it settles down and the cases drop, I made the comment the other day that I used to turn on the American news. I get it the day after it happens. So it's new to me. And one day it was COVID. And then one day they just stopped talking about it. And then there was, unfortunately, school shootings or wildfires or the hearings, but they just move on. So I guess no news is good news when it comes to COVID, right? Yeah, again, it was just an offhand remark. Does Monty have partial plug in the right eye? I don't know what a punctal plug is. He's going to the doctor on Friday, so I don't know. I just know he can't close. It can't blink. We're working on it. I think we already answered that. I hope so too. I long for the days. I hate traveling because I hate airports, and it's always so arduous and tedious and boring, and you can't get comfortable until you get to your hotel or your house or whatever. Planes and airports are just unfriendly, at least to my body. I long for the day where you just have your ticket and your passport and in you go. Let's get there sooner than later, don't you think? We are doing good, Lawrence. Thank you. Thank you very much. Lawrence and I had a really nice conversation over about 3 days. Hi, Paul and May. Do any expats try to speak Philippine? Bud Brown does. But not many of the guys, we all know 4 or 5 words. I won't speak for anybody else. I know very little. Language is not my thing. I just can't pick it up. My brain doesn't go there. My brain doesn't go very many places, but that's another one of the things that it just doesn't do. But a couple of guys, they pick it up real easy. Thailand hospitals are good. I can tell you from personal experience. I mean, the only reason I say that is because I've been in one. And all I was doing was seeing the doctor for a prescription refill back in 2010. But I was very impressed with just, it's night and day from out here. I'll put it to you that way. It's better than America because you get right in. There is no, in America, I would go to the doctor and I would have a 10 o'clock appointment, and that didn't mean anything because 14 other people had a 10 o'clock appointment. And then when they did finally call my name, I had to go sit in some little room, and then they take me out of that room and put me into another room. So I'd wait 2.5 hours sometimes to see the doctor for 10 minutes. Out here, in Thailand, you just walk in and you wait about 10 minutes and you're in front of somebody. Haven't seen you on Chris in Cebu. I remember, Chris in Cebu. I forgot about Chris in Cebu. I used to watch him. Yes, we are fine. Thank you very much, Nancy. You mentioned briefly about your gay scooter that you gave it to May's family. Is there a dispute about it? What happened? It was just, there was, gave it to her brother, and it was supposed to go to her father, but her father doesn't drive a scooter. So, so the kid, what's your brother? How old's your brother that we gave the scooter to? 28. Yeah, well, he's just thrilled with it. Has he ever given it to anybody else to ride yet? I forgot about that. No? So he loves it. So he's kind of hoarding it. I had a little father-son talk with him. I said, you got to share that gay-ass scooter. And he said, yeah. Left. So they'll work it out. It's not really causing any kind of discord or anything. I question the expert community what the entry requirements are now. Goldfinger, where have you been? Are you still in Vegas, buddy? I question the expat community what the entry requirements are now. Yeah. Again, I'm going to sound like a broken record, but go to the experts, which isn't me. It's Jennifer Terry. Yeah, I try to stay out of that because this is, not a political or a medical channel, but you're entitled to your opinion, and I appreciate that. I'm close to buying property in Macomb. Right on. Who else is in Macomb? Oh, I just ran into a friend of mine, Richard Guthrie. He's out in Macomb, and my friend Walter is living in, where did I say? Darwin. Yeah. May and I have been snooping around. We're going to go Sunday. We've been meeting with so many people recently. We haven't really been able to do anything, freestyle. And so Sunday, I said, we're off on Sunday. It's just our day. And we've been snooping around looking at places because I would like to get a bigger room. And we're in a 3-bedroom. All the bedrooms are really small. In fact, the kitchen's small. Where I'm sitting is small. And there's no problem with that. I could live here comfortably for 2 more years. I'm cool. The rent's cheap. It's $380 a month. And we did go out, though, out of curiosity and look at a few places that were listed. And they were $500 or $600 a month, and they weren't as nice as this. So I don't know if that's them trying to gouge foreigners or if it's inflation or if it's wishful thinking. But Sunday, we're going to just go up and down some back roads because that's how you find an apartment out here. Or not an apartment, a house or an apartment. And there's rarely any signs. There's rarely any ads for them, and you just bounce into them. So if we find something nicer for the same money or a little bit more, we're going to jump on it. because we do want a bigger room, a bigger bathroom, a bigger kitchen, so we can maneuver better. May and I were both I was getting in the shower and May was brushing her teeth and damn near crashed into each other. Alabama's here. Thank you. Just been so busy settling in, and I took my fiance to Peru. Oh, good for you, buddy. You enjoy yourself. You get out here when you can. That's good or if it happens, it looks like a bit out of his depth there. Yeah, that's a pretty good way of putting it. Yeah. But John, again, we keep talking about strokes. John had a stroke prior to coming out here. So I don't know if he was really thinking with, all cylinders firing when he came out here. So all we can do for people is wish them the best, right? Did you go diving, Daryl? Okay. Yeah, baby May tells me that. Yeah. That's the plan, brother. That's what we want to have happen with John. And I tried to get away from the whole John deal so I could get my channel back to its usual level of mediocrity because there was just too much going on with John. What about vaccination requirements? Did Monty? Well, you have to be vaccinated. Monty did get vaccinated to get in here to see his wife and child. Yeah. I got vaccinated so I could go back to America and see my father. You do what you got to do. Traveling from UK to Manila was pretty easy, but we had to show our COVID-19 shots plus the booster and our Philippines Health Pass, which you apply online. Yeah, that's pretty much the drill right now. To get in, you need to have a shot and a booster. If you don't have the booster, that's okay, but you have to show a negative test if you don't have the booster. And you have to have a thing called a One Health Pass that you fill out online, just as Billy's explaining here. And that's what I did when I came in. I actually had more stuff to do. I had to do insurance, which they dropped, something else that they dropped. And so slowly but surely, they're knocking down the rules. Just curious, you think they were ever, oh man, Simply Social. Buddy, come on. Let's do this with him. Timeout. Because he keeps asking the same questions, so I'm sorry. I got to put you in timeout. I want to ask you to help John out as much as you have. Well, it wasn't me, guys. It was, like I said, I'm just kind of a spokesperson. It's a total community of people that circled the wagons and tried to help a guy that was down on his luck. And, well, again, I don't know the conclusion until it happens. And I won't make a video about it until it did happen. Believe me. So that could be a couple months away. I don't know. Good morning from Edna. Have you ever thought about having May's friend Jennifer? She's been on my channel, I think. Baby? Yeah. Has Jennifer been on my channel? Cool. Jennifer? Yeah. She has, hasn't she? Yeah. She's on an old video somewhere. I think it was at... JD Aventure. Yeah, I know she's got a channel. That's not my question. But she's been on my channel with your sisters at the resort. Yeah. I forget the name of the video. I'm sorry. But we did do a Korean, what was that Korean place, that dive resort? Kim Dive. Kim Dive. Yeah, we were at a place called Kim Dive with May and her sisters and Jennifer. And they all came on the channel. Jennifer Terry, brother. I'm going to throw you her way. I'm pretty sure. I don't even want to answer that. I can't remember. Something about quarantine. Your friend Monty has a great attitude despite what he's been through. That's a fact. That is a fact. That is one tough bird right there. And I wish I could. He's so humble. He won't tell you. He would never say it online. But I know things that he's told me in private, and I'm going to keep it private because he's humble. But I would love to sit here for an hour and brag about Monty because I know what he's done for his country. I know what he's done As a man, I know what he's done for his kids and now his other people. But he said, you know what, Paul, that's not something I want to air. So he's the poster child for humility, I'll tell you that much. The important thing is Monty is a fighter. Amen. That is a fact. That is a solid fact. And he's going to, like I said, I believe that I would love to see him be medevaced home on some supersonic transport, and that's not going to happen. But I think staying the extra month is solid advice also. Let your body heal, and you get up at 30,000 feet and something happens to you, it might not be a good ending. I think that all this stuff is going to end. It has to, doesn't it? I mean, how long can people be expected to show all this stuff? It's got to be over with at some point in time. Robert from Sacramento is here. Thank you. His wife is awesome. She really is, Argyle. And she's just as loyal as can be. She's her and May I was talking to Monty, and her and May, May gave his wife a much needed break. They went outside and did TikTok. They were jumping around while we were talking. Greetings. Forget the end. I wish I had never said it. Somebody said something and I read a comment. What's up between you and your stress? What's up between you and your stress? Multiple strokes. Did you guys have some wild party and not tell us? I have very little stress. I do think that stress played a part in Monty, though. He's got the stress of business he's trying to keep afloat, the stress of freaking travel, money, you name it. I mean, getting here is not fun, and travel is not fun. I think he had about 30 hours on the airplane, and he's a guy that just wants to go, go, go. So probably would have boded him well just to chill out for a couple days, but I think he was meeting me the second day he got here, or the first day he got here. First time on live chat, thanks. Love your vids, 12 year Navy vet. Been a PM many times in the 80s, planning to move in 5 years. Well, welcome to the Philippines, Cecil. See you in 5. I'm still around. Nate told me that you were doing well, so I wish you nothing but blessings. Thank you very much. We'll take blessings. Monica, yeah, we're that's easier said than done, unfortunately. Trying to get to Manila and all that good stuff. I don't know. I don't think online it'll work. We're working on these kind of details. You're correct. We can go to Manila, but we can barely get Monty into a pedicab. So try to understand that you have a good suggestion, but the mechanics of actually fulfilling it is complicated at best. Yeah, you can. And we're working on that. And nothing happens fast. Philippines, America, bureaucracies. It sounds good, looks good on paper. We've done it, but it's all the paper flow crap. My friend had to get jabbed. They had multiple heart attacks and health issues forever if they make it. Okay. It's Troy from Sacramento. He can open a virtual SSA account and start the process. That's good advice. It's kind of, well, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. We're all kind of experiencing this for the first time. So we're at a loss. I've never opened up a disability claim. I never will. I'm already on Social Security. Never crossed Monty's mind. So now this has happened, and that's good advice. We'll go online and start the process. Hey, Cher. Yes, that's the real Cher. Since we have learned not to come knock on your door, how do I say hi to you when I get here? Like most people, just say hi when you see me. Greetings from, I can't pronounce that, Brazil, expat living over 12 years. Life is good. Brazil, that sounds cool. Let's see, are we all good? Move through the comments. Am I all set? Good morning. I think, yeah, if you're talking to Jennifer, yeah, the big deal of getting back to the Philippines is having that booster. Jimmy's wife had an issue a while back. Well, the way around the booster, what I do know, is you just have to have a negative test. So you can go 24 hours before your flight and get the rapid test, or a day or two, maybe 3 days, I don't know, and get the other test. I forgot the names of them, obviously. Antigen and rapid, I think, something like that. Florida's here. Good morning from Colorado. Thanks for joining. Well, I wish my friend Gary could have come here. That's the only reason I went live. But I'm glad to see everybody. Thanks for coming along. Fun watching your channel. You embraced it a lot. Yeah, we try to do our best here. Not every day is a great day, and we try to show that too. $1,600. Yeah, it cost me, I think, damn near $2,000 to go round trip back in March. Cebu Mactan Air is accepting unvaxxed fibers. There you go. There you go. Okay, there's the answer. I knew it was something like that, but I always want to refer you to people that really do know. And apparently, OBX knows. So you can go into Cebu without a vaccine, according to this gentleman, and or person, I should say, and just quarantine. 91. Yeah, you should see where China lives. China Day is one of the best guys on the planet. Plus 30. Wow, it's a little warm out there. Good for you, John. North Carolina's here. I was looking at, what was I looking at? I was looking at a guy that bought a double wide out in North Carolina. It was nice, $45,000, and he could go fishing. I think it was North Carolina. I can't wait to get there in January. January's a good month to be here. Is it expensive? Well, you could ask that question wherever you're sitting. Location, 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 bro. You know, one place is going to be this much, and that place is going to be another price. So I don't know what you define as expensive. I'm not trying to be vague, but, you know, better plant a garden and get a generator. Never a bad idea. Seattle's in the house. That's 30% to 39%. It's a good number, including the USA as of today. Yeah, I don't know. I heard gas prices were starting to go down in America, which is good news. One thing I haven't heard about is the supply chain. I don't know if that's working now. Again, that's another thing they stopped talking about. They stopped talking about COVID, and they stopped talking about the supply chain. We get stuff out here, okay. Inflation, though, gas has doubled for us also. It's about $7 a gallon, round numbers, since I got here, when I say doubled. What else? Excuse me. Needed to enjoy a caffeinated beverage. Lived by Sacramento for 16 years. Good morning. Hey, Paul, it's been a while to catch a live stream as time is precious. Still watching and loving your regular short clips. Best wishes from Carey Island. Oh, Carey Island. Awesome. Thank you very much for being here. Hey, Paul, Steve, Double D from Lebanon, PA. Love Jennifer Burrow. It's tough to understand whether she switches from. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You get the drift, though, on her. Hi, Mitch. It's not bad, I guess. I don't know. Airline prices, everything is just psycho right now. I don't know what's good and what's bad. I know that going from Thailand to here and back is about $400 to $500, so that's doable. How long should I stay on my visit to the Philippines to know for sure that I'm ready to relocate permanently? It's an interesting question, Philip. When I came out, I can only tell you what I did. When I came out here, I gave myself 6 months. And within that 6 months, that was 6 months and one day I went out and bought that gay ass looking scooter. That was my commitment. I'm going to stay in the Philippines. And I honestly didn't know. It took me, I think, about 3 or 4 months, but I still wanted to stick to my plan. And I'm glad I did. Hindsight being 2020, knowing what I know, I would have bought a scooter on day one. But that was my timeline, my friend. Everybody's different. There are guys that I've met that have come out and they said they don't like the Philippines and they're going to go back or they're going to go somewhere else. There's guys that I've met that don't like Dumaguete, but they do like other places. And then there's guys that I've met that love it here and have decided that they're going to start, just going to stay, start over, start fresh. Good morning, Rich in Vegas. Inflation has nothing to do with any administration. It has to do with oil prices, the Federal Reserve, etc. Yeah, I don't think I talked about an administration. I just said inflation is running crazy here in the Philippines. Hi, Paul from Steve. In St. Louis, Missouri, soon to retire there, waiting for her U.S. passport. Speaking of passports, we can tell you about May's odyssey to get a passport. Poor May, she went down to the freaking place and turned in her paperwork. She had everything right, except they said, oh, your birth certificate, it needs to be transferred from your hometown to Dumaguete. I'd never heard that before. And so she did that, and I think she got it 2 months later. So this has been one big, long, drawn-out drama. I'm sorry, I'm laughing at May. She's making faces at me. Memphis, all right. 110 Tucson, holy smoly. I remember those days. So some people are still talking about the vaccine and strokes. I don't know. Is there a correlation? I don't know. I didn't go to med school. John, going back to America with nothing is not an option unless he has family to support system. Otherwise, he ends up on the street here, and it's a death sentence for someone like John, most likely. Well, okay. I think I said it earlier, but it bears repeating, I'm sure. There are people in America that are part of John's support system, and they've offered to put him up, set him up, get him working, get him going. So if he goes over there, if he goes over there, he'll have a support system. I'll leave it at that. Your wife had a stroke after the third jab. I guess that would be the jab and the booster, right? Do you and May, do you with the jab? You do with the jab. My sister is fully vaccinated, has had COVID-19. Last time was server. I'm a little confused on the phrasing there. I've had 4 shots. It's not caused me to lose weight or caused any new hair to grow in. Yeah. Now that would have, those have been the side effects. I'd be getting jabbed once a week. This is funny. I like this. I have had 4 shots. It has not caused me to lose weight nor caused any new hair to grow in. I like that. That's a good one. Oh, man. The Great Reset is trying to happen. There are no cases. Don't watch TV crap. Well, thank you for your advice. Telling me what to do, Dalton. Good Lord. I'm 67 years old. I think I know how to think for myself, Dalton. That's a funny sounding dog. How did you figure out the formats you use for your videos? The way you bring things to use via video is extremely unique. I've tried watching other expats with me, are not as personable. The format is that I don't have one. And I'm actually going to do a 3-year anniversary. I don't know what to talk about, which is usually not my problem. But I talk about I don't know if I should talk about how I set up a YouTube channel and why and all that, or if I should just talk about the results of having a YouTube channel. Maybe you guys want to make a suggestion. Thank you very much. I'm glad. These days where you need a ticket and a passport are behind us. I hope not. You know, it's got to get back to normal. Don't you think? Don't you hope? Any optimists out there? Rooster is really loud in the morning. It's normal in the province. I got 3 roosters that come into my yard at the same time every day. And then May and I started feeding these dogs that come in. I got 3 of them too. And they're fattening up, but they will not wag their tails. They do not like us. For what it's worth, I had all shots plus flu and no problems in any way. I want to travel and then get the jabs. Yeah, there's 2 sides to every story, and I can't tell you who's right because I honestly don't know. Hi, Paul. How much should I tip the bar fine the next 500 pesos out? Just enough for the trike ride home. My bar fine. We don't have bar fines out here. I think that's for bar girls, isn't it? But how much should you tip? I don't even understand your question. I had the 3rd jab and unsubscribed half my channels. You know, every live stream I do, people unsubscribe. I'm thinning out the herd by doing this live stream. Because I guarantee you, by the time this is over and done with, I'll look at the analytics and it'll say, yeah, 10 people bailed out. They left you. I've been in the Philippines almost 3 months, Dumaguete almost 2 months, coming back next year. Good deal. Hope you liked it. Have a good day, afternoon. Yes, everybody have a good day and a good afternoon. I went to Vietnam, and I went to Nha Trang, Vietnam. That's where I was with Gary, who was supposed to be my guest and isn't. People moved there and dig it. I didn't particularly care for it because of the language. I can understand how all that fried chicken can be so noisy. I know. Hey, I heard an interesting little factoid. It was interesting to me. My neighbor, who's got an asparagus farm up the street, he came by the other day, and he told me that if a chicken walks into my yard, I own the chicken. So I could cook it if I wanted to, or, you know, not. I don't know if that's true or not, but I tend to believe him. He's been here a long time. Greetings from Canada. Yay, Canada. Doctors here are terrible now. Where's that at? Many of the good nurses quit or got fired over mandates. Maybe you're in America, Mitch, I'm thinking. Vietnam does not have a retirement visa. Yeah, I didn't look much into that because I just went there on vacation. Good morning, Paul, watching from Angela City. So now that it's been a few months since you're back, what do you miss about the USA? I miss the fall and winter seasons and the organized driving. What do I miss about America? I don't miss a ton of it because I find it to be kind of mundane. Here it's more challenging. I would say the food, but not even that so much anymore. One thing I loved about being in America was my skin felt a lot better. I have every day I have 5 new, within the first hour, I've got 5 bug bites. and I'm always really red, and the sun kind of beats me up. Even if we just go out for 10 minutes, I come back beet red. And in the States, I dropped about 5 shades. So I like that. I like softened water. And that was about it. I mean, just if I was to go back, but when I went to the States, it was kind of go, 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 go. I'd have to go back there for 2 or 3 months to really give you an honest opinion. 22 days and still no luggage. Oh, geez. On our return from the Philippines with Air Canada. Signaling at San Francisco to Toronto. Did I mention it was Air Canada? Yeah. Throw them under the bus, buddy. That is not good. Just think, Hi from Norway and good night. Well, thanks for stopping by, Tom. I got Bud Brown course on Cebuano. It's Bud Brown does have a course on how to speak Cebuano. Yeah, it is. You're absolutely right. Thank you for the super chat there, Mortimer. I'm still hoping one day you might tell me how to keep from building my Philippines family house when I move there. Well, just take my philosophy. Don't buy or build anything that you can't afford to walk away from. So if it costs you $50,000 to build the house and you can walk away from it without, losing any sleep, rock on. Hi, Paul. How much should I tip my bar fine? You keep asking the same question. I think Greg has got to go to a timeout. Sorry, hate to do it. Another subscriber lost. Yeah, that's right. We're thinning the herd. Let's see. Simply Social. No doctor has any idea how long a person will live after getting. I don't think anybody knows how anybody's going to live. Simply will let you know if I'm still at it in 2 years. How do you know if there are any AA meetings in your town? That's a unique question that I've never heard before. I do not know. But I imagine there are. I would think that would be something that would be available. Yeah. But buddy, I don't know. Hello from Harrisburg. Sub for years. Thank you. Even before you got monetized. Wow. God bless you. One of the originals. Love that. I often think about that. I often wonder, out of all the people that subscribed, how many people still watch? I have Harleys up the street from me, but they're rare. They're very rare. They're not really conducive to day-to-day traveling. It'd be awesome to go around the island on, but they're expensive for one thing. Of course, they're always expensive. So no, to answer your question, I don't see a lot of them, but I do see a few. These lives are good to nap. Yeah. I will put you to sleep faster than anybody. It's not. It's just my little video vlog about my life over here. So people want to talk about politics and vaccinations and whatever else and administrations. I just don't go there. I have my opinion, and I just keep it to myself. No, it's correct. Not many Harleys. I heard once you get into a relationship with a Filipino, you basically get to become part of her family. What's your opinion on that? Yeah, that is true. The family dynamic is very important here, and I love that about the Philippines. I interact with May's family to some degree, and I think where guys get into a trick bag on that is they decide to take on the financial responsibility of the family, and nothing wrong with that either. I've contributed to May's family for certain causes or events, and I've had no problem with that. But where I think guys get in trouble is they set the family up on like a monthly budget of their own. And from what I've seen, that never works well. Can you tell John I want a refund? Elbow cough. I'll let him know. Simply Social Security should increase one's lifespan, not decrease it. Okay, we're still talking about that. When he collects Social Security, his child, yeah, there's all kinds of good things that happen if John goes to, I got to put if in there because it's just being floated. He goes to America, he collects his Social Security, right? He's got kids over here, 2 of them. So the next thing he would need to do is prove that they're his children. And he would need to go to Manila and do a DNA test, I think it is, and send that in. There's an authorized doctor, from what I've heard, and they do the test, they send that in, and then he would not only receive his Social Security, but he would receive, I think it's 50% more. So if you're getting $2,000, you get $3,000. And if there's 2 kids, I don't know, maybe you get 3,500. I don't know. But it would definitely make his life just totally change it. It really is the only logical thing to do. But we're talking about John. And imaging cardiogram is a good one that checks your aorta and the rest of the heart. I expect your checkup. Yeah, mine is going to be super all-inclusive. They've got like 4 different ones that you could do. And I'm going to go for the top of the line. It's been 5 years since I've had a checkup. One thing I did do prior to getting on the plane to come out here was I had them scan me from head to toe on anything and everything. And it's just that time to do it again. I recommend that for anybody coming out here for any length of time to get a checkup. Where are you moving? If we do move, I don't know if we will or not. Again, we're happy here. The rent, I think I just told you, is $380. It's gone down to about $360 with the exchange rate. So that's great. We're comfortable. We got air conditioning. We've got lights, camera, action. But if we could just find a bigger kitchen area, bigger bathrooms, it's built for Filipinos by a Filipino. And so us fat ass guys, Americans, we need a little more room to move. May, you want to come over and say hi or no? Yeah, she will. No AA meetings in my area, but there are a couple of AAA meetings. Free food and teach you how to check fluids and change a tire. That's another good one. Who loves you, baby? That's right. You and Telly. Paul arriving in Jimmy Getty on the 22nd. How much should I pay for a taxi? We don't have taxis. For a 10-minute ride to my accommodation. You'll take a trike. And for a 10-minute ride, they get 30 pesos for a trike ride. That's the standard fare. I always, that's per person. So if you're alone in the trike, realize that there's no other fares with you. And if you've got a lot of luggage and all that kind of stuff, I would pay a couple hundred pesos if the guy was hauling me from the airport with luggage and I was by myself. That's $4. That's what I would pay. Dean, are you a doctor, nurse? That's always a good question when people give you medical advice. Yeah, we have roosters. We got roosters. Thank God we don't have any dogs barking, at least. We got dogs, but they don't bark. Back from the USA, it's really gone downhill. Oh, there's Dale. So Dale went to the USA, and he's back, and he's saying that it really went downhill. Welcome back, Dale. We're doing good, Kevin. Thank you. I've yet to see one single mention of a bookstore in the Philippines. Funny you should mention that. a woman that May and I met at lunch, who we're going to meet today for coffee, has a friend that owns a bookstore right next to immigration. And she wanted me to um, interview her or show her bookstore, which I would be happy to do. And we went there yesterday, and they were closed because their electricity's broken. So the store was locked up and dark, and we never got to meet the person. But there is a bookstore inside of it's used books in there, and there's in where immigration is, and there's a bookstore at Robinson's. Good evening, Paul. How do you like your new ADV? I love it. I got the 150. The only issue I have with my ADV is when I go to start it, sometimes it takes me 3 or 4 times for it to catch. I don't know if it's because it's keyless. I actually prefer just putting a key in and turning it. To me, that's what I'm used to. All this whiz bang stuff is just something else to go wrong. But the ride on the ADV is excellent. The power and everything is fine. I would say the biggest advantage to the ADV is the height. We can go over dirt roads without any of the issues that we had with the Kimco. And the downside is it doesn't have a 10-cent hook to hang groceries from. But we might get one of those put on somehow. Greetings from South Africa. How cool is that? May is very nice. Come over and say hi, May. We're not going to be out here forever. Hey, Paul and May, good evening from New Jersey, USA. Question, did you give up Part A and B on your No, I didn't. No, I kept my Medicare, and I pay $170, I think it is, to keep Part B. Hi, Paul. Just talked to Biden. And the reason he fell off his bike, he said his tires, too much inflation. There's May.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. Thank you for watching 749.
Paul, can you explain what the ladies are? Can you explain what the ladies are for in Philippines bathrooms? Do you understand that? I don't understand that question. Hello from the DR, Dominican Republic. Okay. Angela City is in the house. Sullivan's Irish Pub. Was I in Sullivan's Irish Pub? No, that was in Cebu. It was in some sort of pub in Cebu.
Thank you. I like that. I will like that.
What did you do, buddy? These guys in the jab and Trump and blah, blah, blah. Why are we going to Thailand and not the Philippines for medical work? Because the medical here is substandard, in my humble opinion. I know I could go to Makati, but I just know Thailand, and I'm killing 3 birds with 1 stone. Number one, I'm going to bug out of the country and take a vacation from my vacation. And I need to go to Thailand because I love Thailand. I love the food. I have 2 friends over there, and I have about 5 Thai friends over there that I need to connect with and see. I want to go do the medical. I want to just have a change of scenery. And I like to bug out of the country once or twice a year. And as I like to say, take a vacation from my vacation. Keeps me healthy.
For relax.
For relax, is right. Hi from Dallas. Can you share you set up your remote mail service? I use traveling mailbox, and it was an arduous task. You have to do this and that. I did it while I was in the States. And so that's what I used, traveling mailbox. You just Google them or whatever, and they'll walk you through it. And if you're there, you can call them on the phone. So that's what I did. It seems like a lot of expats get strokes. It seems like lately there's been a lot of strokes. Eesh, look at all these comments. Yeah. Holy moly. Where are we? I'm sorry. Hold on. I got lost. This thing jumped. Eesh. I can't remember where I was. Hold on, kids. We'll be with you in a second.
Mikey.
I got to wait for the highlight, honey. I don't know where I am. Let's see. We already did. Oh, okay. I'm going too hot. Oh, here we are. Here we are. Okay, I got it. On station here in Philippines from Dover, New Jersey. Thank you very much. I did not read that. Hey, children, quit arguing politics and COVID nonsense. Focus on the country. Pathetic children are always fighting. Well, Phil, I didn't want to say it, but we do kind of come on here and just try to talk about life in the Philippines, what's going on, what's new with people, and all the other stuff you can watch on TV or other channels. I don't do COVID. I don't do vaccines. I don't do Trump versus Biden. Just don't do it. I know which place you all will choose. I'm rapping on your new door now. Where to TF are you? Answer the door. Okay, Gary.
Gary, welcome.
Wow. What's John going back to? No money in the USA. You're living on the street. There's no red carpet here when you get off the airplane. Well, once again, he has a support system there that is willing to offer him assistance, and then he should be able to get employment, and then he should be able to fend for himself for the second time, sir.
I give you a copy.
Okay, baby. Hello, Paul and Miss May. Sorry I won't be able to make it out to see you this year. I'm watching from a hospital bed with a severe back injury. I'm going to take a month just to see a surgeon. It's going to take a month. Buddy, I feel your pain, Stephen. I went through that. I had 2 blown discs in my neck, and it was 2 years before I got that corrected. And there's nothing worse than chronic pain. I hope you're not in chronic pain, but back pain, brother, I'm in your wheelhouse. I'm proud to be a full-fledged member of the Radio Face Club. Oh boy, China, lighten up the load here, will you? Good Lord, he's so serious today. Here in Texas, a lot of people I know are getting COVID for the second time, even with the shots and the boosters. Yeah, I noticed that damn near everybody that got a shot and a booster or whatnot still got COVID. I did observe that. Love your channel. Love your outlook on life. I've learned a lot from you. It will help me when I get there. I'm 53 and can't get there soon enough. I think I will visit first before I make the move. That's a good deal. A lot of guys are doing that. I would say that 50% of the people that I've met are doing just that. They're coming out, hanging out for a month, 2 months, 2 weeks, whatever the time frame. And they're like testing the waters, putting their toe in and seeing if they like it or not. I think that's the best thing you can do before making a major move, before you sell your house, sell your car, say goodbye to the kids. You get out here and you don't like it. Now what? So, yeah, good move. Good morning, John. The like button is free today. It was only 50% off last live stream, but this time we've made it totally free. But I know it's complicated to reach over and hit that button with your mouse. If you do, as we always say, make sure to bend at the knees and hydrate. Checking in from Marina Del Rey. What a beautiful place that is. No matter what I say, we're still talking about vaccines and boosters. I think you people have too much time on your hands. I'm really curious as to how many people unsubscribe after this. I can't wait. Here we go again. Biff, what do you got to say about this? So you have an extra 2 years until death. What do you come up with this stuff? I know. What's your over-under on the unsubscription rate on this one, Biff? Even though I try to say as little as possible, people still get pissed. Where's Gary when I need him? My guest that didn't show up. This was his idea. What is your most favorite place you like to hang out? Finally, a question. What's our favorite place, May? What do we like to do? We like everywhere.
I like my vlog.
Oh, you like? Yeah. We like it up the mountain. And our favorite place is, this sounds generic, but it's true. Our favorite place is when we're hanging out with our favorite people. It doesn't really matter on the location. But May and I both love it up the hill. And it's cooler, it's greener, it's got great views. We like to go on little trips, like up to past Red Rock. There's that waterfall. That's fun. That's a fun ride. We like to scooting around on a motorbike. There's no actual place, and it changes. Like when I first got here, I was in love with Forest Camp because it has all these pools and cool stuff. And after a while, I just kind of burned out on it. It's like, I don't want to go to Forest Camp. And then we went on a spree where we were going to dive resorts during the ending of the COVID deal because they were 50% off. And we kind of burned out on that. So, but we've never gotten tired of the mountains. May and we're not beach people at all. We just love driving around, and the cooler it gets and the greener it gets, the happier we are. Both of us, we're both on the same page. Told everyone that John needs to go back since this all started. Yeah, we all felt that. It was the only answer. It really is the only answer, is get your ass back home, reorganize, regroup. There's all kinds of safety nets out there. And you got a choice. Do you want to sleep on the streets in America, worst case, or sleep on the beach in the Philippines? And I got to figure America, he's got this thing on his neck. That needs to get looked at. So it goes on and on and on. There's no easy answer with this, with any of these issues. There's a lot of tough things to do just mechanically. Let's see, did I just see the ghost of John Wales behind you? That takes a 3-year minimum, John. 4 years to get approved for Social Security. That's only after you turn down. Well, that's what I've heard that too, that disability claims can be arduous at best. That was way back in the day. They were talking about that when they did surgery on my neck. They said, you know what? Because there was a chance, as any surgery on the spine, that it could go way wrong. And they actually discussed that with me. They said, if it goes way wrong, this is what you're going to need to do. Thankfully, I never had to do it. Hey, Ryan out in Cebu. How are you, buddy? More than 5.2 worldwide have received a COVID-19 vaccine, equal to about 68% of the world population. They're all going to die shortly. How do you come up with this stuff? Yeah, everybody's an expert. How do you know Trump had a shot? Here we are. How does this happen? Jen's a hottie. Okay. Yeah, she is. I always call her my future ex-wife. Do they speak Cebuano there? They speak Visayan here. I had to think. See? I bought my Filipino cowgirl hat, complete with feather, and she wants to wear it everywhere when we go to Cebu in a few months. How unique will she be wearing a cowboy hat? Pretty unique. It'll be awesome. I want a pretty Filipino girl. Now, they got a few out here. Hi, Paul and Baby May from Panorama City. There's Barry. I've been vaccinated. I'm just getting over COVID. Mild symptoms. Okay, well, welcome back to the COVID channel. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, let's get back to something relevant. Monty. He's a fighter. And I'm looking forward to seeing him tomorrow after he sees his doctor. 104 in Texas. I don't miss that. I remember those 115-degree days in Vegas. I don't watch Fox News. Uber's work. That would be awesome. A cowboy in Cebu. And John's story is unfortunate. Hopefully it helps others from family. That was the whole, with the fallacy that you can just run away to Southeast Asia for way cheaper than what's realistic for most. Wish him well. Thank you for that comment. And that was the whole intent of doing the John video. Was I won't go through the whole thing, but I'd heard about him. I wanted to give him some money because I heard he was really hurting. He was hungry. And then he did a video with me, and I thought this will be a great video to show people what not to do. And who better than John to make an example of how to come out here with not enough funds and no income stream. And then it just turned into this whole thing of its own. No fat chicks here. Simply Social, I bet you could put in tinfoil on the head too. Good afternoon, Alice and Chris from the Bay Area. It's currently a comfortable 78 degrees. How's the weather in Duma? I think we're at about 88, maybe 90. Hello, ladies and germs. That's right. 9:26. How long have I been on this thing? Oh, we got 9 minutes. Yeah, hour and a half is what I can go. And then I've got to stop because I run out of conversation. Get a good lawyer and you will get your SSD. Yeah, I think we're going to take the advice of starting it online. You know, get the wheels spinning. How fast they spin, I don't know. We'll try to get that going for Monty. He's going to need it. No Walmart whales. As far as flying and the importance has to do with that high altitude combined with the, I don't know, ischemia disease. After you suffer a stroke, that's what you end up with, small blood vessels. Give me a disease. Well, I think that was what they were saying, if I'm deciphering that right, is that altitude change will have an effect on your body that could be negative. So that's why they're suggesting you stay here another month. Yeah, hats. May loves her hats. I got a cowboy hat somewhere. Selling houses and a lot of stuff, setting myself free. Amen to that. Less is more, I can guarantee you. 2 weeks to flatten the curve. It's all planned. COVID will be back in the fall. Here we go. Let's see. Dickie Spaz, you need to come here. Old dog, where's somebody having heart problems and strokes? I don't know. You know, why do movie stars die 3 at a time? So it's just coincidence? Is it a result of something else? I'm sure we all could analyze that to the nth of time. Maybe John should go live with Dean. I think that's a great idea. I really think that's a match made in heaven. Can you picture those two? Edward, you always have the best ideas, I swear. Those are the kind of comments we're looking for. We'll lighten this up a little. Good Lord. Morning. Have a nice day, Jenny. Oh, Adventures with Jenny. There's Jenny right there, my future ex-wife. Well, okay, guys. It's well, we got 6 minutes. Let's see. Monty should keep a close eye on the food he's eating. He is. He's eating good. He's taking care of himself. The problem with Monty is that he's a doer and he wants to be doing something. But him and I just tried to make it out the front door of his house together with him using his walker, and everybody had put their goofy shoes in the front of the door, and he damn near took a tumble right there. So he just needs time. He just needs time to get his balance, get reorganized, and hopefully we'll get him home and get him well. Yeah, that's what people have been telling us. We were first thinking, shit, we got to get him home now. Whatever we got to do so he can get the proper care. Because I don't mean to keep pissing all over the doctors out here, but I just don't think he's getting the best care that you can get. People suggested Thailand, but that's a whole other thing, with money and all that. When he goes home, he has doctors there, and he's got, I think, some insurance and stuff like that, so he can get it organized. John's issue after his stroke, and I have suffered from a stroke and a heart. Yeah, I agree with you on all points, Big Bear. All right, discussion amongst yourselves. More jab information. Thank you very much, John. You want to talk about the vaccine? Oh, my goodness. This is why I should do live stream. I'm really mad at Gary. This is his idea to do this live stream. Yes, downsizing. Downsizing. Now we're talking my language. All right, kids. Thank you for coming to the vaccine channel today here on PBS. I've missed a zillion comments, and I'm curious to see how many subscribers I lose after this little debacle. All right, kids, that's it. I'm calling it a day. My guest didn't make it. I barely made it, but thank you for all of your advice. Have a good day. Enjoy your life, and I'll see you when I see you in a video somewhere. Want to say goodbye, May? All right, hold on. We're gonna have May's gonna say goodbye.
Bye.
Well, not from there.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching the Default channel. See you next live stream.